all of my chat family. Welcome back to the Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. Today on the stream, we're going to be talking about these keyboard warriors, trolls, bullies. We all know of them, keyboard warriors. What is there to say about them? There's so much. And the funny part about it is that a lot of times the people who are these keyboard warriors are people that you actually know. Yeah, I'm hip to the game, and I know that many of my content creators know that too. Most of the time, those people who are behind those avatars are people that you know and that you've either fallen out with, people who are angry, jealous, want to be in the bushes, want to say what they're not woman or man enough to say to your face. I always say, if you have something to say to somebody, camera up and say what you got to say. But there's a lot of people who don't have enough confidence and courage enough to just be who they are. They got to come into multiple accounts and bully people. And being a content creator, you gotta have some thick skin to be a content creator. You have to know who you are. You have to know your personal worth, and you cannot allow social media and other people to get to you. Yeah, these trolls on the internet, they're relentless, and they don't stop. Hi, Becca. They're relentless, and it gets to be very exhausting as a content creator. The ones who always have something very negative to say, negative, mean, hurtful. I always say, would you like if somebody said that to you or your mother or somebody else? Hi, God 365. How are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. I always said, would you like for somebody to talk to your mother, your sister, a person that you love that way? No, you wouldn't. And it's a lot of people on social media, they hide behind avatars, they make up all different kinds of names to troll people, to somebody that they don't like for whatever reason, maybe because of their views, maybe because of jealousy, maybe because they wish that they could date that person, right? It is what it is, but nothing can stop. It doesn't matter how much somebody trolls somebody. It doesn't matter what other people's opinions are. Ultimately, at the end of the day, a content creator is going to do them. And as a content creator, I am not going to let anybody stop my message. I'm not going to let anybody put me down. I'm not going to let anybody make me feel that I am less than, and I'm not. And I say that to all of you, whether you are a content creator, you're not a content creator. We are all precious. We're all precious, important, special, and valued. Hi, Nathan. Yes, life is precious. Yeah, that's right. You're blessed and highly favored. Amen. So one of the things about being on social media, and especially on this app of YouTube, I always say that your tribe is going to find you. The people that you're meant to find in your life, you're going to find them. And the ones who don't like it, because there are people that they're going to troll you and talk about your content, talk about the way you look and your hair and your this and your that. And because what people do is they focus on a person's outside, but nobody focuses. But who are you inside as a woman? Who are you inside as a man? Have you been favored by God? Are you confident? See, people don't understand that everybody has had a journey, a struggle. Everybody has been put down. Everybody is facing different battles. Every single person is facing their own battle, their own struggle. Everybody is carrying some weight. Oh, you love them? Yes. I just hide them, and I just keep on going. I don't let what other people say stop my message. And me being a motivational person, I am a life coach. I am a mentor. I am God's child. And there is nobody that's going to get me to feel any way less. And there's a lot of people who do not have a personal relationship with God. They don't know that they are valuable. They don't know how special that they are. And because of that, they want to bring you down. They want to make you feel less than. They want to embarrass you. They want to stop your message. There's a lot of people. They want to stop your message. They want to stop your peace. They want to stop your positivity. They want to say something to upset you, because what people do is they're vain. All they can do is they feel like if they can say something rude or mean, they can break you down because they don't feel good about themselves on the inside. And if you don't feel good about yourself on the inside, guess what? You're going to come on social media and you're going to talk about people. And you're going to say, this person is ugly, and this person is fat, and this person is this. But you can't let people get to you. Where am I from? Florida. So that's one of the things that we each have to work on our own self. You have to be happy. And one thing, when I first started on social media, I was not a confident person. I was not a happy person. I was really working on me. I was really new in my relationship with myself, in my faith. I was new in all of it. But I can't let the negative people, the haters, the jealous people, and a lot of those times, those people that are trolls, is probably one of your relatives, somebody who doesn't like you on social media, is jealous of you. It's a lot of people that they don't have enough confidence. They don't have enough courage. They don't have the kahunas to be able to come under their real name, or if they're a content creator, come under their real channel and to say what they need to say. If you have something to say, then just say it. I've always been a person who has always been approachable. Okay, that's fine. If you don't like my message, if you don't like how I look, if you don't, that's fine. To each his or her own. But nobody is going to stop my peace. Nobody will stop my smile. Nobody will make me feel less than because I don't give my power away. I don't give my power away. Everything that I have has been given to me by God. God has given me confidence. God has given me love. God has restored me and healed me. God has put me back together again. And the people who don't like it, I'm sorry. You got to work on your own personal relationship with God, because there's a lot of people that need to be healed. Okay? There's a lot of people that need help. There's some people who need medicine. They need some medication because they are not mentally stable. Okay. Hi, Sirius. How are you doing? It's good to see you. I don't know what was happening on my other channel, but I'm definitely going to go and look. Yes, don't waste your energy on them. And that is one of the things that I say to other content creators, because I've had people say things like, you need to leave social media. You're not good at. You don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're talking about, and all kinds of stuff. Hi, Miss Nexie. How are you doing? But we can't let other people, and for me, I say as a content creator, I cannot let a troll, somebody who does not have enough courage to be able to say who they are, but they have to make up some fake, negative, evil, whatever kind of name, and then come in and say, you're ugly, you're fat, you're stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it doesn't mean that I have to listen to it. And to all my content creators, yes, it is annoying when we do get the trolls, when you do get the haters and negative people. And like I said earlier, I believe 100% the people who come in and troll your channel, They're content creators. They are usually somebody that you know. But don't let it ruffle your feathers. Don't let it raise your blood pressure. Oh, thank you so much. And anybody who's new here, feel free to subscribe if you enjoy the content. But you can't let people on social media get to you. You know, first, before you get on social media, you have to make sure you're mentally stable. Okay. Hi, Julie. How are you doing? It's so good to see you. Before you get on social media, you have to make sure that you are mentally stable. You have to make sure that you know your value and your worth. You have to know what you're going to do on your platform and not let people. It's not about people, views, your subscribers. And as a content creator, yes, I'm going to say, yes, I do want subscribers. Yes, I do want views, but I also want to reach the right people. And there's always going to be people who maybe your channel is not for them, and that's okay. Everybody is free. You're free to leave and to not like and not support and all those things. I'm okay with that because I'm here for the people who like my channel, like what I talk about, like my messages. Okay. Yes. Yes, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Every single person, but there's a lot of people who do not know of faith. They do not know how to love themselves. They do not know about respect. And you can't let those people get to you. You can't let those people get you down, especially being a content creator. You can't let it bring you down, affect your mental health. I've seen content creators on lives screaming because of what trolls say. And most of the time, it's a little kid. Either they're a little kid, they're somebody who's very immature, doesn't have a life, sometimes living in their mom's basement, sleeping on somebody's couch. Now, I'm not here to judge anybody because anybody could fall on hard times, but you don't have to be rude to other people. If you don't like somebody's content, you're always free. You don't have to go there. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to be negative. You don't have to put down another person, talk about people. No, you don't. Yes, that's true, Julie. Sirius says your messages are well received. Thank you, Sirius. I appreciate that. Miss Nexie says, I have a t-shirt that says, I used all of my patience on my autistic son. So, got none left for you. So be gone now. That's good, Miss Nexie. Hey, Nate, how are you doing? Julie says, I get them all the time. I know you do, Julie. I know you and a lot of people, we get trolls all the time. And I find that the more positive that my messages are, I get more hate. It's unbelievable the things that people will say when you're giving positive information. Like one time I gave a live to say, yeah, each and every one of you are important and valuable. And that is one of my lives that got the most thumbs down. It's like, really, what's wrong with people? Like, what happened to you in your childhood? Like, you really need to work on yourself. If somebody is saying, love yourself, be at peace, heal and forgive, and people will give that a thumbs down. You know, you can't make other people happy. That's something that every single person has to find their own way to happiness. They got to find their own way to peace, right? Don't let them raise your blood pressure because there's a lot of people who they're angry, they're lonely, low vibrational, jealous, you know? And what they want is they want you to argue because they don't have nobody to argue with them. It's usually the people who are alone, miserable, have made a lot of bad choices, don't have friends. They usually are a person who is single because nobody wants them because of their whatever issues. They haven't matured and grown up. So that's not anybody else's problem that you haven't grown up, that you don't know how to talk to other people, that you don't know how to be respectful. That means you need to do some inner work on yourself. Me and all my channels is all about personal growth in different ways. This channel is more focused on those hard topics, like one I'm talking about today, that even if somebody does something to you, a troll, and trolls is not just social media. You can have trolls on the job. You know, people who at the job and everything you do and they run and go tell the boss. That's a troll. There's trolls in your with your relatives. There's always going to be people who have some sort of intention to say something to get you down, to make you angry, to make you react, so that they can say, see, I told you. I told you they were an angry person. I've had people that try to put things in the chat to get me to scream and to be angry because I'm a positive and calm person. Don't let people get you outside of your character, okay? You know your worth. You know what you're capable of. Yes, Miss Julie, unbelievable. Miss Nexie says trolls are just people unhappy with who they are and are so immature. Yes, they're jerks. Nate says you're giving out troll edges. You know, oh, troll eulogies. Yes, it's been a long time since you had a eulogy, Nate. But you know, one of the things is that people get upset that no matter what happens in your life, you still smiling. And that's one of the reasons why I smile all the time when I go live. It doesn't matter what I have going on in my life. Nobody is going to stop my peace. Nobody is going to break my joy. People don't understand what I have been through. The hills, the valleys, to be where I am today. See, people don't know about those things. They don't know about the tears you've cried, the healing you've done, how you've blocked people out of your life, how you've worked on yourself, how you have peace. See, if you are jealous or envious, trolls, of what somebody else has, it means you need to take some time and work on yourself. Ask yourself, why am I jealous? Why am I upset because another person smiles? Why does that make me feel some type of way? Because you're angry and you're unhealed. And it's okay, because I've been there before. I've been angry and unhealed, and I would look at other people and they were where I wish I would have been. There's a lot of people that I used to see, a well-dressed woman, and I would look at her and, oh, she thinks she's all that. And it's only because of the inner issues. People, when they write things in your chat or they say or do things to you, whether in your real life, you know, at your job, within your family, when people are trolling you, saying rude things to you, it's all because of there's something lacking on the inside of them. And they don't have enough courage. They don't have enough courage to be able to work on themselves like you have. It takes a lot of courage to say, I got some issues, and then doing something about it. Now, I don't want to be like my mother or my father. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes in romantic relationships. I don't want to keep doing what I've always done. And just because it may be difficult, it may be hard, but you still can do it. See, that's the mature people. And I only deal with mature people over here. And all the immature people, it doesn't matter what people have to say about me, who likes me, how I look, what I talk about. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but you are not going to stay here and disrespect me, my chat, my mods, anybody in here. This is a safe space. A lot of them are just immature and doing that on purpose. Yes, they're doing it on purpose because, you know why? People like trolls love to bother people who like to scream. They're like, yes, because they think it's funny. Sometimes it's little kids. Sometimes it's a grown woman or a grown man. Sometimes it could be one of your siblings, another content creator. I've seen so many things go left and people start trolling somebody because they wanted to date them. And that content creator don't want to date them, either because they're in a relationship, they're not interested in them, or whatever. It's very sad. It's very pathetic. Some content creators are as bad as the trolls, yes. And I've said that before, serious. I think that there's a lot of trolls that you see that is a content creator that doesn't have enough courage to come in to say what they have to say. So they make up a fake account and they come and they say whatever. You know, if you got something to say, come on your real channel. Say what you got to say, you know? But that would mean that you would have to be mature enough. If you got something to say, then say it. Why do you have to go and make a fake account just to go and bother people, just to put thumbs down on videos, just to say things? And it's probably, sometimes people make troll accounts because the main content creator account has been blocked. Mm-hmm. And that's cool too. You know, if it makes that person happy, then go ahead and do it. Yes. Sarah said, yep. Trolls need to go find someone. Yep. They do. There are usually some very lonely people. Most trolls are very lonely, or it's a little kid. They usually don't have no boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. So they're lonely. They're miserable. They have nothing to do. Okay. So they just go on social media and they do the keyboard wars. You say this and they say that, you know. I've made live streams or shorts. The shorts are notorious for trolls. People saying all kinds of things. Oh, I don't like your hair. I don't like how you look. You're fat. You're this. You guys wouldn't believe the amount of troll comments that I've gotten. And all I do is simply, you're hidden. You're blocked. And then I move on. Because while everybody's entitled to their opinion, you can't let people run over you and disrespect you. And at the same time, you don't have to comment to it, you know? They can say what they want to, and you can just choose to skip over that comment, delete the comment, and then keep going. Content creators, do not let these trolls stop you from doing live streams. Don't let trolls stop you from making your good content. Don't let the trolls stop you from making good videos. There's always going to be people that have their opinion, but, you know, and the same token, you got to have yours. You know who you are. You know what you've been through. And I have to say, coming from where I've come from, and I've come from a long way. I've come from a very dark and broken space to be where I am today, happy, positive, and being able to be the voice of the voiceless. And I take that role very seriously because there's a lot of people that don't know how to speak up and to say, this is draining me. Because if somebody's talking about serious things, and especially when it comes to serious things, I don't play when it comes to trolls. Like if you're talking about a very serious topic, that someone is talking about abuse, somebody's talking about maybe that the weight loss, or they're going through something, and somebody come and comments on, oh, that's nothing, or that doesn't matter, or you should get over that. Nobody has the right to tell somebody how they feel. You have never walked in somebody's shoes, and you don't know how they feel. Everybody doesn't process the same. Some people never get over the things that happen to them. And what I have learned is that you get through it, but you never get over it. Mm-hmm. You never get over it, but you will get through it day by day. Don't let these people get to you. To my content creators, don't stop making good content. Don't let these people stop you. If there's something you want to do and say, do it. Block them out. And I've said so many times that if you are feeling worn out, because it is stressful, it is draining, take your breaks. Take a pause. Take a few moments. Recharge your batteries. Okay? And then you can come back. That's what I had to do this past from Friday onward. I had to take myself a little break because content creation, it gets taxing. Making videos, doing lives, editing, and then bombarding from content creators, from trolls, from this person, the judgments, the dislikes, not getting views. It's a lot as a content creator, but you can't let them break you down. Okay? Let's see. Serious, you already know. Puzzle Pieces says the goal of a troll is to distract you, hoping to get you upset on a live, and when they don't achieve that, they get angry and become relentless on their attacks. Yeah. And usually, it's really nothing new under the sun. Most of the time, the trolls, all they ever do is they say racial slurs. That's one. Racial slurs. They'll say that you're ugly. They say that you're fat. They'll talk about your hair, your clothes. Okay. They'll make fun of something on the outside, hoping that that's going to get you really riled up and upset. But when you have self love, everything that somebody says, you immediately dismiss it. Know your worth. Okay, I've said that on my other channels, and I feel like it's coming over here a little bit today, but the message is real. Don't let trolls get to you. And in getting back to trolls that are in the workplace, trolls in your relatives, trolls in friends, trolls in romantic relationships, trolls are everywhere. Okay, it's just sometimes it's not behind an avatar. Sometimes the people who are trolling you are people that you can see. You see them. But on social media, a lot of times the trolls are people behind an avatar typing their life away, putting paragraphs talking about you and your life. Or we've seen a lot on social media. I know Nate has seen it. I know that Miss Julie has seen it too as well. Is that when they are talking about people who are in your chat, like people come off alive or whatever. It's happened to me too. People will talk about you in somebody else's chat, and it's a mess. But my safest thing that I always say, don't disrespect the host, and don't disrespect anybody in the chat. If you got something to say, you need to do that on your own time. Hit them up on their IG or their email, or text them if you know their phone number. You guys need to have your own issues outside of a person's channel. Don't come on somebody's channel and disrespect them. I call them basement babies, pandemic babies. Really? Yeah. So don't let people get to you on social media and in real life, because there's people that love to do keyboard wars, saying all kinds of things, talking about you. But when you give good content. And I got to say, shout out to all of the amazing content creators that I am blessed, that supports me. Nate the Great Podcast, Realist One here. Um, I'm trying to think of some content creators that support me. Oh, Julie. Um, God's, he was here earlier. I think he probably left. But, oh, yeah. God 365 nonstop. It's a lot of content creators that are that support me. And I thank them because you could be busy making your own content. I don't expect support. I hope for support. I want support. And I got to say thank you to you guys. And also you as well. Don't stop making good content because of trolls. Don't let people tell you that your content is not good. You put out good content. Be encouraged. And I say that to myself too. Don't let other people make you stop making good content. This is when you got to put your foot on the gas and make even better content. Smile more, be happier, have more peace. If people are going to talk about you, give them something to talk about, okay? Nate says, Marlene, I'll always support you. Thank you, Nate. I really appreciate that. So, And that's the end of today's topic. But I wanted to get this out and to say to the content creators, even the ones that are not content creators, sometimes people aren't even content creators and people will troll them because of who they support. And I want to say thank you to those who are not content creators that support me and support other amazing content creators. Thank you so much. I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And I had to take a little break, a pause for the cause, so that I keep my mental health and I don't let other people get me down, because the content is real over here. We're gonna have real talk and real conversations over here on the Marlene Saunders Show, and I'm not gonna let them stop me or run me away. And the same thing to all of you content creators. Don't let these trolls stop you from putting out good content. Put your foot on the gas. Know what you're trying to do and make it happen. Okay? And trolls, you will never win. You will never succeed. You will never stop a light that is on the inside of me. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. Tomorrow will be another great and awesome topic. Shout out to all of my amazing mods. Shout out to all of the content creators. You know, I gotta shout out my YouTube bestie, Boss Life Online. Thank you so much for always supporting me. And thank you to all of the content creators that are in the building now. Those who watch on the replay, keep your head up and don't let these trolls stop you. Okay, I'll see you guys back tomorrow about 30 minutes or less, something like that. We'll see how the topic is going, but keep your head up and don't let these keyboard warriors, those who hide who they are, low vibrational, negative, jealous haters, stop you. Keep your head up and know your worth. You are God's masterpiece, every single one of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Julie. Everyone have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.